Recession fears? We might be facing a depression? Unfortunately, yes, and the way that I know this is based on historical data, and I can prove it. You see, history likes to repeat itself, but don't worry, since you follow me, Sam, Mr. Everything Money, I'll show you exactly what the next 6 to 12 months will look like. First, we need to go back to 1980. The PCE inflation rate was about 10%. And this man, Paul Volcker, was in charge of getting down inflation. Well, to get inflation down to 2%, he had to raise the federal fund rate to almost 20%. For reference, the federal fund rate in the United States today is about 3%. Well, his high interest rates worked and it did crush inflation, but at a large cost. The cost was about 20 million Americans became unemployed. Now let's fast forward today and listen to this guy, Jerome Powell. He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and let's hear what he has to say about Paul Volcker, his predecessor.
Well, more, we had rampant inflation in the U.S. We had a chairman, Dr. Volcker, who was chairman of the Fed, and he was maligned for a little while by people, but praised later. But he brought the leadership to the Fed and to the country that we had to squeeze inflation out at all costs, just about. And a lot of it was draconian. You have to do it. It's the leadership at the Fed under you and the Fed prepared to do what it takes to get inflation under control and protect price stability.
Well, let me say I knew Paul Volcker. I'm pretty sure I saw him testify in this room many years ago. I think he was one of the great public servants of the era, the greatest economic public servant of the era. And I hope history will record that the answer to your question is yes.
So you're prepared to do what it takes without any reservation to protect price stability?
Yes.
And that would be a departure of what you've done. Thank you very much.
So in summary, we're probably going to get high unemployment next year and the economy is going to drop into a deep recession. So for myself, I'm going to heed Jeff Bezos' warning. It's probably time to batten down the hatches.